Mike Williams, thank you for the super chat as well. We'll get that to the screen in just a second. But first, he's making a comparison, or maybe not necessarily a comparison between 2020 or 2021 and 2002's offensive talent, but maybe that the offensive talent that we're going to see this year compares favorably with any team since '02. And I see the wheels churning in terms of running through running backs and wide receivers and offensive line, the whole deal, to see most talented offense.
It's up there. It's up there. I want to say some of those Al Golden teams were loaded on offense, man. Like that, was it 12-13? Somewhere in there? Because Tracy Howard, that class was 2012, so that was when Malcolm Lewis had the ankle thing at Georgia Tech his freshman year. That team was loaded. 13 was pretty loaded. And again, you're going to have Duke Johnson as the running back on that team as well. You know, he's in there. You had Mike James in there. You had some tight ends who went to the league. You know, Clive Walford, Asante Cleveland. You had a bunch of offensive linemen who were still in the league. You know, your Eric Flowers was that same class because he was a high school teammate of Duke Johnson. You know, you had John Feliciano. You had Danny Isadora from Weston Cypress Bay, you know, who ended up being second team All ACC as a fifth-year senior, and he got drafted. I mean, that's a good thing to bring up, Mike. And maybe that's a thing that I'll look at a little bit further. But off the top of my head, I'm not sure that we can say that it is it's not at the top of the list because of a proven player at tight end. And let me stop you guys. I know you're going to say, wait, but Will Mallory, yeah. But where Will Mallory is and where Brevin Jordan was as college players is very different. And I think that Will Mallory might potentially even have a higher ceiling as a pro tight end compared to Brevin Jordan. But returning at tight end, I don't know that you have the star power that some of these other teams have had. And at wide receiver, the blue chip talent in that room is palpable. But those with a history of performance to the level it needs to be is, you know, Mike Harley for a season and a half. And that wasn't even a full season in that season and a half for him because it was half a season last year, half a season the year before, and part of a couple other, you know, game here, game there, to get to those 18 games of really top level performance from him. So that's a season and a half over the course of 4 years. And then Charleston Rambo, who was solid, but is still looking to really break through the ceiling for his potential here at Miami because Oklahoma was maybe looking at some other guys to take those steps forward. So, you know, he's coming here to have the space and room to grow because of that void, that dearth of demonstrated performance here at wide receiver. And those two positions are really, really key. And even though I did just wax poetic a couple minutes ago about where I think the offensive line will go this year, they are not there yet. So all of those things being said, I would probably lower this year's offense in that list. But you have one of the best quarterbacks in America, and you have a dynamic running back room. So that will, you know, leave it not super low, but at the top of, you know, since 2002 offenses. I'm going to pump the brakes on that one slightly.